this mean? Where did this come from? Why is Hamas saying 100 days into the war it was the transfer of these red heifers from Texas to Israel that played a role in October 7th? I've been to Israel several times. I have never been to the top of the Temple Mount because I was asked by the state of Israel not to go. I was asked by Benjamin Netanyahu, who was the prime minister at the time when I was there last, and they were worried about any appearance on top of the Temple Mount.
They're all dressed in dark clothes, but some of them you'll notice have got a police van passing by doing nothing. You'll be able to see in a minute some of these hooligans have got the distinctive yellow team colours of Maccabi Tel Aviv, although most of them seem to be trying to disguise themselves a little with the dark clothes. There you go, the yellow. There. So it was, it's hard to catch, but if you watch it over again, you can see that they're attacking a young Dutch man, I assume of Arab heritage.
Things are heating up across the globe, and this story just seemed to be bigger than life.
Last week, ASA published a major new investigative piece about October 7th and how Israel unleashed its deadly Hannibal directive that day. For the article, ASA looked back on a year's worth of our team's investigative reporting on the issue and highlighted revelations from several news sources. He concluded that Israel killed hundreds of its own people. It is a long read, and there's lots to get into here, so we're going to talk about it with Asa and with Ali, who have both been following the story closely.
On October 31st, when I was walking on the beach like normal, there happens to be a memorial just concluding the events of that day. And as you can see, just 1 year later had much more of a significance, and I was finally able to put the pieces together.
Help them return to Gaza unharmed, but Israeli troops arrived soon after and refused to bargain. Let's watch a short clip of what she said on Israeli radio soon after.
Many Jewish women were
itself. Last week, ASA published a major new investigative piece about October 7th and how Israel unleashed its deadly Hannibal directive that day. For the article, ASA looked back on a year's worth of our team's investigative reporting on the issue and highlighted revelations from several news sources. He concluded that Israel killed hundreds of its own people. It is a long read, and there's lots to get into here, so we're going to talk about it with Asa and with Ali, who have both been following the story closely. But Israeli troops arrived soon after and refused to bargain. Let's watch a short clip of what she said on Israeli radio soon after.
Confirm what we've been seeing in video since the day itself. Quote, at midday of October 7th, the IDF, that's the Israeli military of course, instructed all its fighting units to perform the Hannibal directive in practice, although it did so without stating that name explicitly.
Gan. We hid there. I'm summarizing her story, but people can read it. She gave this interview on Israel Radio, and we have the whole audio with subtitles. People can listen to it themselves. So they found shelter at this house with this Israeli couple. Then the Palestinian fighters came. She said it was very frightening. They came, they found us in the safe room in the house. They took us to another house where 8 people were being held, and we were there. She said they treated us very humanely. They didn't lay a finger on us. They were, they gave us water. They were very, she says they treated us humanely, that's her word. And everything was calm.
There are only 2 alternatives: to do nothing and die, or to resist and die. And hundreds of thousands are choosing the latter. Consequently, Hamas is now at its height of popularity in areas where the Muslim Brotherhood was on October the 6th at its weakest, in the occupied West Bank, Jordan, Lebanon and Egypt. Walk around Nablus' old city and ask people who they support. The answer will not be the defunct Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. It will be Hamas, a group proscribed in the UK and other countries as a terrorist organisation. Would Kamala Harris have made any difference? I doubt it. So we've ended up with Trump once again. Trump now has a clear choice when he assumes power next year. He can either carry on where he left off and let the settlers annex the West Bank, or he can do what he told Muslim leaders he met in Michigan, which is to stop Netanyahu.